Shalom, giving all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and much love, honors and blessings, salutations to the elect of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which endure with the conduct, composure, and integrity. All right, this is Yahweh, and this is Amos, the first chapter, the 11th verse. It says, "For thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever." Now, the premise of this small lesson is to, just illustrate how, Esau never loved his brother Jacob. All right, and also to just put it out there that we were never meant to be equal with the so-called white man, because going back to who Esau is and who Jacob is, who Esau's brother was, because Esau, his name was changed to Edom back in the Genesis, when he saw that red meat, that uncooked meat that Jacob was cooking. And, his name was changed to Edom, which is Adawam, which means red. And Esau's brother was who? Jacob. So it said that he did pursue his brother with the sword and did cast off all pity. That brother is Jacob, all right, which is known as Israel, surname Israel, Yasha'Allah, which the Israelites are you so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native American Indians. And so, in the process of time, Esau, Edom, developed this very, sinister and sadistic hate for his brother, for you people. It goes back to, when Esau exchanged his birthright for a bowl of food. Esau lied about what he did with his blessing, and, he regretted giving it away. And since that time, Esau has been trying to get his blessing back, and by doing so, it requires him to kill us. All right, Esau believes that if he kills all you Negroes and Latinos, man, that he'll be able to get his blessing back. And so that's why he practices iniquity, he searches it out, he frames mischief, and he does all these evil things that he does, because he has no intention of trying to share the universe with you at all. All right, he wants the world for himself, and he wants to own you and make you his bitch, man. I'm gonna put it like that, because I was going to get something to eat real quick before I lay down, man. I got I get up to work early in the mornings, and I'm driving down this road, man, and I look up at this billboard, and it's pictures of Jake, and it was calling these Jakes the pride of the tri-state area, because I'm down here in Iowa, but right here along the edge of the Mississippi River, you go over the bridge, it's Wisconsin. But if you go to the right a couple miles, and then you go over another bridge somehow, it's Illinois. So on the sign, man, it said the pride of the tri-state areas, and it was just Jake, and they had the picture of them, looking all happy and smile, looking like icons and images, man. And I kind of what do you call it? What's that? Like a scoff smirk. I was like, because I was just like, man, you're simple. Being in America, man, we were never meant to be equal with the so-called white man. All right, that's why we're so low. Scriptures actually talk about how we basically bow down to the ground, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go and try to look for that scripture. But the state in the condition that Esau tries to keep Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and American Indians. I don't know why it has been doing this, man. Salakia. But his his mission, Esau has a mission as well, man. And it's to totally exterminate and eradicate you Jakes, man. And for a time, you know, he's been playing the background scene. You're trying to present himself as a man who has, you know, light in him. And this is all deception. It's like it, man. This thing is throwing me off. I don't know. Only when I make a video would it do this, man. Satan is just a fucking asshole, man. Salakia, man. Salakia. My phone has not been doing anything or acting up at all until I start making a lesson. It's ridiculous. Just bear with me, man. Salakia. Let's see if I can find it like this. Yeah, right here. Isaiah 51:23 says, "But I will put it into the hand of them." Well, you know what? Let me. Actually, you know what? This is even I mean, these are even better ones. You know, Psalms 44:25. For our soul is bowed down to the dust, our belly cleaveth unto the earth. And this is, you know, how the so-called white man has, you know, you Jakes. All right. You know, very low. Very, very low, man. In fact, some other scriptures refer to us as the tail and not the head. You know, we're in a very pitiful state, man. And that goes back again, you know, to the hate that is behind this man's spirit. All right. But what you got to understand, and what you're going to have to always know, is that wickedness and righteousness cannot coexist together. And then one more thing, you know, the Lord actually created this man to carry the traits that he does, basically as a punishment, as a whipping stick. But he was created to hate you. All right. The so-called white man was created to hate the so-called black man, the so-called Latino, the so-called Native American Indians. All right. We represent the seed of the righteous. All right, going back to the garden, or after the garden, Salakia, you know, but you know, we are the sons of the Most High, the sons of power, and then you got the sons of the wicked. All right, you know, they can't coexist together. It's impossible. All right. In fact, let's see. You know, no. Let's see. I had one scripture. Wow. Just bear with me, man. It's trying to, you know. Like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and just read this, man. I'm gonna try to get this going because Satan is being a punk right now, man. Proverbs 11:21 says, "Though hand join in hand, the wicked should not be punished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered." Now, it's telling you of two different judgments right here. It says, "Though hand join in hand," you know, the wicked want to try to unify, but it says that they shall not go unpunished, meaning the wicked are going to be judged. All right. But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. See, so there's going to be destruction and there's going to be deliverance. The one that's going to be destroyed was the one that was created to bring out destructive traits. The one that's going to be delivered is the one who brings out fruitful attributes. All right? Things that can be left behind and to help prosper, you know, time. All right? Prosper a kingdom. Which ultimately, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, you know, out of Yasha Allah, man, you're gonna help prosper the kingdom in the universe in the time to come, man. Lord will real soon. But you know, this is also even saying, man, that, you know, these two cannot, you know, be joined hand in hand together. It's not possible. The wicked man will do anything that they can to take out the righteous, and you see that all up and down Psalms. You know, that's why I have these certain scriptures, because, you know, at the end of the day, man, there's a scripture in 2nd Esdras, I believe the 4th chapter, where it talks about, you know, like how if the things of the right, you know, if the things of the wicked times, you know, be not taken out of the way, then cannot that which is good come forth. Because, you know, wickedness and righteousness is like oil and water, man. They don't mix. They can't mix. All right. They're two totally different things. They're two totally different energies. One brings out death and the other one brings out life. So if you're constantly pouring death onto life, man, I mean, that, you know, it's going to take that life away. All right. But once you take that death away, man, that righteousness can flourish like it should, which, like it says in 2nd Esdras, man, that eventually there's going to come a point in time where righteousness shall flourish. All right. The spring of everlasting life shall come forth. So in order to get that going, the wicked have to be taken out of the way. They cannot coexist together. Amos 3:3 says, can two walk together except they be agreed? Esau's whole MO is about killing, being bloody. You know, it says, what is that? Psalms, the 5th chapter, I believe, where it says, the bloody and deceitful man. In the Lord even said that the bloody and deceitful man shall not stand. Esau's all about destruction and death. All right, we don't agree on that. We don't agree in oppressiveness. All right, we don't believe in tyranny. You know, even the Lord has a standard, man. When you go into Wisdom of Solomon, the 12th chapter, it talks about how the Lord is, man. The Lord agreed within himself that the righteous don't deserve to be punished for something, you know, that they ain't doing wrong. Whereas the wicked, they don't deserve to be rewarded for doing bad. All right, that's something that the Lord, kind of, solidified as a declaration, man. Like, that's something that the Lord declared, wonderfully, that luckily, our power rejoices in being a righteous power, being holy. Because the Lord, he could have been like that, man. He could have been for the wicked, He could have defended Esau, but again, he agreed within himself that these things cannot be this way, because look what happens. Look where living under a wicked rulership gets you. All right? Gets you basically stabbed in the back at all times, no matter what. No matter what you put into this place, it will still take you down, because it's ruled by the wicked. And so this is all elaborately created because Esau's goal is to try to kill you Jakes, man. All right? The longer that you are here, the more furious he's going to start getting, because he's like, damn, I only got a short amount of time. My life's almost up. I got to take this. I got to take these people down. All right? And so, going back to Amos, the 1st chapter, man, that's why the Lord said in the beginning, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof. Because no matter what, man, as long as this man rules, as long as he's here in this place, on this earth, all right, he's not going to stop. All right? It says that he's got a perpetual hatred, man. He's got a perpetual anger, which means that it never ends. So that's why on a side note, that's why it requires a higher power to intervene, man, because Esau right now has the upper hand with his weaponry and his technology. And, that's why we need Yahweh Shemel Shai, man, to intervene, because if he don't come back, eventually Esau's going to kill everybody. All right? Which is why we need this man out of power. We need him to get it out of the throne seat, basically. So I'm gonna get a couple more. It says 2nd Esdras 6. Second Address 16 and let me go back down. Second Address 16 and 49, it says, like as a whore envieth a right, honest, and virtuous woman, so shall righteousness hate iniquity. But that is vice versa, man. All right, because the whore is that dirty, filthy woman. All right, which Esau is a dirty, filthy person. All right, and we already understand that Esau envies the hell out of Jacob because we got that birthright that he thinks he was supposed to have, but we already know it was set up through the Spirit. You know, Isaac was Yahweh Shai, man. You know, and it was set up for him to give that blessing to Jacob. And even if Esau would not have sold his birthright, he would have still ended up with the same birthright he has right now. It's all about predestination and pre-election. All right, the righteous, which is the seed of Israel, man, were meant to be saved and delivered, and the ones to rule this place, man, and then, you know, have a kingdom for themselves to flourish out the image of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Esau doesn't do that, man. Esau is every single thing contrary to the ways of the Most High. All right, so that's why you know, his ass be envying us, because he's jealous. He's fucking jealous because he knows that we're gonna get immortality, which is what we should have already had from the beginning. The scriptures talk about, man, because of the envy of the devil, you know, sin came into the earth, you know, because that envious spirit, it plays out through Esau. Esau shows that he's envious because he doesn't get to be immortal. He doesn't get to have a kingdom for himself like he wants. All right, there's a book by some man named Marcus or Marquise. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but he lets it be known, man, that the mindset of these Edomites is that they want to kill everybody so they can have their own world by themselves and not share it with anybody. And they know that they are the destroyers, and that they will not stop destroying until they get what they want. All right, see, so that's an envious whore. But it says, so shall righteousness hate iniquity when she decketh herself, and shall accuse it to her face. When he cometh that shall defend them that diligently searcheth out every sin upon earth. All right, it says, and therefore be ye not like thereunto, nor to the works thereof, because the Lord is going to come back, man, to destroy all filth, man. All right, and if you carrying the conduct of an Edomite, man, the Lord's going to destroy your ass, because the scriptures tell you in Malachi, man, the people of whom the Lord doth have an indignation forever on, man, that's Esau. All right, even the Lord does not want this man to be ruling here, and he only had a time. He had a small season to rule, so that the Lord could do what he needed to do. All right, ultimately the end to reveal his glory. But you know, at the end of the day, man, you know, we're not meant to be here. We're not meant to be equal with these dogs. All right. You know, hey, actually, that's the spirit that said that. Sirach 13, I believe. Yeah, Sirach 13 and 18 says, what agreement? Actually, I'll start at verse 17. What fellowship have the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with the godly. And the godly are you Israelites, man. The sinners, which, I mean, technically these other nations, and, you know, Esau can't sin. Well, Esau can sin because he knows the law. All right, but he don't follow it. But it says, so the sinner with the godly. The sinner, man, the ones who violate and transgress the law, man. That's Esau, man, to the fullest extent. So, you know, what fellowship have the wolf with the lamb? What fellowship does Esau have with you Jakes, man? Nothing. They completely hate you to the all out, man. So it says, what agreement is there between the hyena and a dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor? And Esau is rich, and Jacob is poor. All right. So, you know, and it even goes on further to tell you that the ideas of the rich is to eat up the poor, man. And that's how Esau conducts himself on the earth, man. He's always seeking about who he can kill next. All right, having these hidden, well, they're not hidden anymore, but these quotas of a particular number of jakes he has to kill throughout the month, a quarter of the year, you know, half a year. All right. So, yeah, man. I mean, we don't, even if there was a decision to make, if, you know, we should keep this man around, no, we would still say no, because the universe cannot have something like that here forever. It would be impossible to bring the kingdom in, like it says in 2nd Esdras, the 4th chapter. So, at the end of the day, Esau is going to be destroyed. There is no coexisting, you know. So, you know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, man. You know, Salaka for the earlier, you know, upset with Satan. All right, but, you know, I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, a great millstone. Peace and much love, honors, and blessings to the elect. Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Barakatam, Kwab, Mesha Allah, Shalom.